Hi, welcome to my review of Gravity, directed by Alfonso Cuaron, a film that follows two astronauts that have been left stranded in space.
Terrific.
Okay, so Gravity is primarily being shown in 3D, and when I found that out, that I pretty much had no choice but to see it in 3D, I was kind of pissed because I don't actually like 3D. It always looks like crap. It darkens the image. It just looks very, very cheap. So, even when I was watching the previews before the movie even came on, I was sitting there going, oh shit, I'm probably going to take these things off at some point because they're going to give me a headache. This is just going to hurt my eyes. And when the movie started, I was blown away how amazing the 3D looked in this movie. And I mean, this is coming from somebody who hates 3D, and I mean, I really do. I despise it. And wow, the 3D is incredible. If you're gonna see this movie, you have to see it in 3D. If you see it in 2D, you're doing it wrong. I mean, there's no other way to even say it. You're just doing it wrong, because you have to see it in 3D because it makes the experience so much more immersive, and it feels like you're actually there. And going on further inside the visuals besides the 3D, the visuals are mind-bogglingly spectacular. There are many shots where there are no cutaways. It's not all one take. I mean, there had to have been some kind of splicing, kind of what Alfonso Cuaron did with Children of Men, but even though it's still very much impressive. And by me saying that, this is one of the most immersive experiences I've ever had in the cinema, and I can't even imagine how something like this would look on an IMAX screen. The visuals are I mean, they're pure spectacle. They're amazing. So if you're someone who loves great cinematography, or you just love looking at pretty things, this is something that you gotta check out, because this is only going to be in the cinema for so long, and it's going to be gone, and the only way you're going to be able to see it is on a crappy 3D TV. I mean, that's no way to see a film like this. You got to see it on a big screen. And of course, one of the very main reasons why Gravity is so visually breathtaking is because of Alfonso Cuaron. And if you want to know more about, I guess, my opinion of what I think about Alfonso Cuaron, I guess you can check out my Children of Men review. I'm kind of going to be repeating the same thing, I guess, so I'm not going to really, I guess, go into what I said in the Children of Men review, but overall, from what I think of him, I think he's an incredible director. I haven't seen all his films. I really feel like I should go back and watch some of his older stuff, because he's made only great films from what I've seen. Those, of course, being Harry Potter and the Prison of Azkaban, Children of Men, and now Gravity. Both of these films I actually love quite a bit. Spoiler alert for the end of this review, I do love Gravity, if you couldn't already tell. As for the performances, George Clooney is essentially playing himself, but he's great at playing himself. I mean, he has this great charisma, this great screen presence in the film. I loved his character. Really couldn't get enough of him. As for Sandra Bullock, she is the protagonist in the film, as you can see from the trailer, and I thought she was really good in the film. She's not as good as George Clooney, but she's still really, really good. Essentially, in a way, kind of playing Sandra Bullock, kind of more of an introverted Sandra Bullock, but like I said, she's still really good. I do have some problems, though. The only problem I have with Gravity is Sandra Bullock's character in the last 30 minutes. There are scenes where she does start talking to herself, and some people have complained that that's unrealistic. Well, it's not unrealistic because, well, I kind of talk to myself. But the reason why that's actually necessary is so that we can kind of get to know her character. She can't just be, closed in the entire time, because that just wouldn't work. You have to have some kind of dialogue to kind of get to know her, to have an attachment with her. And if you don't have that, well, the character's not going to work at all. However, some of the dialogue that she says isn't exactly the best, and I think could have been tweaked a little. And then that's kind of the only problem I have with it. And maybe some of these lines of dialogue wouldn't be a problem if I saw it a second time. I don't know. It's not something that's really dragging me down or anything like that, but in the last 30 minutes, I did notice it. It did kind of take me out of the movie a little bit. Other than that, it's an incredibly immersive experience. I really liked its story. I pretty much love its characters. I really love the overall theme of Gravity. I think it's very positive. It's a very uplifting message. I really like that aspect of it. I'm not going to tell you what that is, but, you know, 'cause that's for you to figure out. But again, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Overall, I really love this movie, and it's by far one of the most original movies I've seen in terms of spectacle and visuals. I mean, really, you gotta see it because of it. But not only that, you're gonna get a very good story, some great characters, like I said, a great theme. So I really can't give this movie anything lower than a 5 out of 5. I really dug the hell out of this movie, and hopefully you will too. It is definitely a journey. Anyway, that's all I have to say. I'm Colyn Kirkland, and as always, thanks for watching.